the ENF was able to meet with government officials. We've met with two separate government agencies, one being Invest Hong Kong, the other one being Cyberport. One of the things that was apparent this time around is that this strategy of Hong Kong reopening to Web3 and having a presence in Web3 was definitely coordinated from Beijing down. And so instead of having different agencies operating on their own in silo, there's definitely a coordinated approach. And so definitely top-down coordinated approach, but also supported by grassroots, which is really good. One of the things that I can attest to and that I heard from other people was that this is probably the closest that it's felt like to 2017, 2018, which is saying quite a lot. This was really good, really amazing in terms of energy, in terms of stakeholders present, developers, builders, investors, Hong Kong being an international hub and just having a lot of strong presence there in general, EOS having a very strong presence in China having a very strong presence in blockchain, and then just being fully supported at every level, I think was really good and really incredible. So going back to Invest Hong Kong and Cyberport, these two government agencies have very clearly defined goals of what they do and how they're supporting Web3. Cyberport itself is like a campus with multiple buildings. And so you've got this large area with large buildings, about 4 or 5 different buildings, and they host companies from Web 1, Web 2, and now they've got a dedicated area. There's going to be Web 3 in there. And so you have a lot of collaboration between industry, academia, and the government all in one locations with a lot of different space. And so they're able to host hackathons, they're able to host events, they're able to host a lot of in-person collaboration within a very specific space and an area of Hong Kong Island. And so with this opening to Web3, it means that, and for those who didn't know, we have a team in Hong Kong. We actually have shared office space in Hong Kong. It means that people relocating to the Cyberport facilities will be able to benefit from that collaboration between industry, academia, Web 1, Web 2, and Web 3, in ways that weren't possible before, and all sponsored by the government and all approved by the government. So that's really good. So we met with them, talked about how we can play a role in there, how we can help facilitate that, what they can do for us, what type of subsidies are made available, what type of help that we could receive from them in order to benefit from those facilities, but also from the investment opportunities from being there. And so that then leads me kind of to the more the Invest HK side of things, where we met with the officials there. Same thing, very coordinated approach. They have 3 different schemes that are made available. One being subsidies for employees, whereby you can get up to a certain amount of employees, their salaries subsidized. And the top end of the number is 32,000 Hong Kong dollars per month. I don't know the exact amount in USD, but it's around 5 or 6K USD per month per employee subsidy. There's also a rent subsidy program. So obviously real estate in Hong Kong is incredibly expensive. So you could get some space in Cyberport, which is one of the campuses, and the rents there, if you're approved in the programs, are incredibly cheap and basically negligible compared to what you're paying in the middle of the city. And it's just outside the city, about 15, 20 minutes away. Hong Kong Island's very small. And so quite advantages there. But then outside of Cyberport, there's also another tech park in Hong Kong. And this is where Invest HK then can offer subsidies. And I don't recall the exact amounts, but give or take, it's between 3 to 5 million Hong Kong dollars per year worth of grant subsidies for rental locations to set up office space. And so can offset essentially the majority, if not all, of your rental costs. So that's pretty good. And then the third component to that is grant subsidies for research and development. So if more than 50% of your staff in Hong Kong does work that can be attributed to research and development in the Web3 space or fintech space, then you can get between 10 to 20 million Hong Kong dollars over a period of 3 years applied to the work that you're doing within that space, which applies definitely to us. And so we're going to try to get some of those subsidies. We already have a corporation there. We already have bank accounts there. We already have staff there. We'll try to go through the process ourselves, working with the government agencies. And the idea behind that is if we're able to go through that and if we're able to essentially access some of those subsidies, then we'll try to make those subsidies available to our community members too. So one of the things we heard a lot in Hong Kong was people from mainland China trying to set up offices in Hong Kong. And one of the things we heard from Invest Hong Kong and the government agencies is they just don't have the capacity to walk everybody through hand by hand through those processes. And so we can help bridge that gap. And the government agencies were very clear that if we can play an active role in helping basically make that available to people, that we can be, and they would be glad for us to be a trusted partner on that front. So that can be a win-win for EOS, for the EOS ecosystem, for developers, for people setting up shop there, and for the ENET as well, to help facilitate access to those subsidies. And so there's definitely good synergies on that front. So that's more kind of on the government agency subsidies side of things. On the business side of things, Hong Kong definitely felt like a big business meeting. I was in meetings nonstop for the entirety of the time that I was there. Tons of developers, tons of builders, tons of VCs. And so it's definitely a location that we want to have a stronger presence in. And so reopening essentially to Web3 is a strategy by the government agencies direct from Beijing.